Good morning, Lions fans, and welcome to What You Missed in Sports. I'm Matt Dionne.
And I'm Alex Colle.
We have a special guest joining us this week, so stay tuned to find out who it is.
It's going to be you, isn't it?
What?
The special guest. It's going to be you.
No, get out. What's up, guys? You ready for me? The men's and women's basketball teams had games on Friday and Saturday.
Friday, the Lions and Lionesses were taking on their rival, the McMaster Marauders.
Unfortunately, the women were unable to rebound from last weekend's loss as they fell by a score of 81-40.
The men's game was at a back-and-forth thriller that came down to the final shot.
Julio Vasquez came off the bench and put up 9 points in the fourth, including the game winner, a last-second dagger from three.
Matt called a timeout with under 5 seconds left, but they were unable to tie the game on the final shot as the Lions would go down to win 71-68.
On Saturday, both teams were taking on Brock.
The women played a great game defensively as they held Brock to just 20 points in the second half, en route to a 52-48 win.
Unfortunately, the men couldn't emulate Friday's success as they fell to the Badgers by a score of 82-64.
The men's and women's hockey teams had 3 games between the two of them.
The women were taking on Western on Sunday at home.
Unfortunately, the Lionesses couldn't get a win, and although they haven't been mathematically eliminated, their playoff chances are slim.
On Saturday, the men took on UOIT in a low-scoring affair.
York took the lead in the second period on a goal from Kyle Campbell that would become the game winner.
Then on Friday, the men took on Queens in a thriller that went to a shootout. The Lions managed to hold the Gales scoreless as Mak Shields continued his dominant play.
The men's and women's basketball teams are back in action this week.
On Friday, they'll be hosting Laurentian at 6 and 8.
Then on Saturday, they'll be hosting Nipissing. Tip-off of those games will be at 6 and at 8.
The men's and women's volleyball teams return to the court this weekend.
On Friday, they'll be in Waterloo taking on the Warriors at 6 and 8.
Then on Saturday, they'll be in Guelph taking on the Griffins at 12 and 2.
This week, we've had a chance to talk to Lions goalie Mak Shields about the season so far. How you doing, Mac?
Good.
Thanks for being here.
So, my first question. You guys are currently second in the OUA West, and you're 3 points behind Ryerson. What do you guys think you need to do to lock up first place?
Well, we have 5 games left this season, and our focus isn't really first place right now. It's just playing the right way, and we really want to get geared up for playoffs because, it doesn't matter how many games you win in regular season if you're not ready for the playoffs. So we're just kind of focusing on playing the right way right now and getting ready for the first round.
All right. And do you guys have like a preference for who you'd face in the first round?
You know what? It's kind of up for grabs right now, so it's just one of those things we'll find out.
All right.
So your save percentage is second best in the league this season, and what do you contribute to that success?
We have a good defensive team in front of us. We've been playing really good structure this year, and really good defensemen, so I really just have to focus on first save, and they're doing a really good job clearing the puck out for me.
All right. Do you think there's a difference this year from last year, or do you think it's just new defensive pieces that are making a difference?
Well, I can't really say firsthand from last year, but it sounds like just guys got a little bit older, and if you kind of look at the age group on our team, we have a lot of third years this year, so I think just having a couple extra years in the league has really helped our team.
Okay. Yeah, so let's talk about that game against Queens where you came in late, but you stopped 10 shots, including 3 in the shootout. Can you just talk a bit about how that was like for you?
Yeah, it was kind of a crazy game. We kind of took it to them in the third period there, so when I came into the game, I really didn't have to do too much until overtime, and the guys did a good job tying it up because Queens is probably one of the top teams in the country. And it was just really exciting, and that was our first shootout game this year too, so it was definitely a thriller.
So your first shootout in the OUA.
Yeah.
What's going through your mind when the first shooter gets to center ice?
You know what? I'm not really thinking of that because, as you said, I got kind of thrown into the game late, so I was just really in the moment, and you just think about stopping the guy, and it's just kind of you versus him. So
I think it's time for the question everyone's been waiting for. We got Tiger Woods, the golfer, Usain Bolt, the sprinter, Mak Shields, the goalie. How much of an impact do you think your name had on your decision to play the position?
Yeah, I get that a lot. I really didn't even think about that until I started playing junior. I got commented on that a lot, and it's makes commentators' life a lot easier. They can have a lot of fun with it.
Oh yeah, we definitely have a lot of fun with that for the
Yeah,
paper.
yeah. We will expect first overall, nothing less. Okay, buddy.
Sounds good.
All right, thanks for joining us. It's Mak Shields, Lions goalie, and they're going to be in Thunder Bay this weekend, taking on Laurentian. Lakehead. So taking on Lakehead. You can check that out on live on the OUA stream.